Hello and welcome to our fourth episode of season 1 of our CEO's Manual, the Christian CEO's Manual podcast. And I'm the host, Jean-Maurice Prosper, and I'm very happy to be on that journey with you where we are looking on how to be a Christian CEO and how we navigate during our day-to-day operation, what it means to be a Christian CEO, what it means to serve God in that aspect, what calling is, what we're supposed to do, what is our responsibilities, and what are our roles, and how we navigate every day with our employees, suppliers, in the environment where we have been put in. So we have understood so far that being a CEO is a calling, and it is calling from God. And if it is a calling from God, it means that God has a purpose for us in that particular role that we are right now, being a CEO, president, or similar high-ranked office. And if He has a purpose, it means we are accountable to Him, and we need to be spending time to understand what He wants from us. And because, again, we understand that it is a calling from God, God has called us to serve. It means that we have been placed in a very particular area so that we can serve God and serve the people He has sent us to. So that's what we have established so far, which should bring a sort of change of our mindset towards how we see our position as a CEO in the marketplace. So today, we're going to look into how into CEO as a shepherd, steward, and servant. So shepherd, steward, and servant. Three distinct aspects or role, but which is one. That's what a CEO is. So what is a shepherd? The role of the shepherd is to care, protect, and guide. So if we take for instance the real the real aspect of a shepherd who has a flock of sheep, his role, when we read the various texts in our scriptures, the role of the shepherd was to take the sheep, bring them to green land there who could find food to eat, good food to eat. They would protect them from the wolves, they will protect them from the thieves, they will ensure that they are clean, they are taken care of, and they are brought back to the house of the Father, and they will be taking care of that. And we remember when Joseph and his brothers, during the time of Joseph and his brothers, the brothers would take the sheep out, but they were not too good shepherds. And when Joseph had to be sent to check upon if they were taking good care of these sheep or not. So that's the idea of the shepherd. So the shepherd has a flock. A shepherd cannot be a shepherd if he has no flock or no animals to be managing or taking care of. So that's the shepherd. So like I said, he takes care of them. Taking care is something that you are involved in their life, in their day-to-day operation. If you're alive, if you're getting food, if you're getting sheltered, if they have everything they need to be thriving, and if they have specific issues, you will take care of them. That's what taking care of. Protecting is you ensure that they are safe. Even when you're going out in the green, in the forest, in the wilderness, whatever, to take the sheep or any of our cattle to feed. So you have to ensure that there's a boundary around them, that the place is secure, and that they feel protected by you. And guiding is, you cannot just release them in the wild. You have to guide them on a specific path, specific journey, because you know where you want to guide them. So the guiding is to the place of pasture and back home. So now we take these three things and we bring it to the marketplace. As a CEO, you have to take care of your employee. You have to ensure that your employee is being taken care of. Now, it's not just what the Workers' Right Act defines. You have in Mauritius we have the Workers' Right Act, which defines all the benefits, all the rights that an employee must have when he is employed, the legal right aspects, days off, annual leave, sick leave, bereavement leaves, all kinds of leaves and priorities and benefits which has aimed to make sure that the employee is taken care of, is comfortable doing his work. So, but as a CEO, as a Christian CEO, you have to look beyond that. So there is a sense of contract-based work where we will take care of the employee based on what the contract says. But that's not enough. That person is an individual. That employee is not a resource, he is an individual. So the Christian CEO is involved in understanding what is making them tick. So the caring part of it means you know when your employee is all right or not. So you know when he has issues at home or personal issues or outside of work issues, because you can read him. You look at his character, you look at his demeanor, you look at everything, and you know that something is not right. You know when he loves you, you know everything about him. So that's a very important part of taking care of. But if you can't do that, it means you don't know your employee. I was about to say your subject, but the right word is your employee, because I don't like the word human resource. It's like a resource, because resource is disposable. A car is a resource. A meeting group is a resource. A laptop is a resource. Lights are resources. And resources, we know that they have a certain time life, and we can get rid of them and replace them. We cannot replace a human being, because an employee as a human being, it brings so much more than what he has been hired to do as a professional job. And that's what we have to look into as a Christian CEO. So when we care about him, so we get involved in him, in his life as an individual, not just based on what he's supposed to do for the contract. So we take care of him. Is everything okay? Is the family okay? Is anything else that we can help you beyond that work does, so that you are comfortable coming to work every day. My job as a CEO is to ensure that you have everything that is needed, so that you can give your best in your job, and that involves me seeing if I can intervene or help or assist in any ways for your personal well-being as well, because your personal well-being will directly affect the work that you're doing. But now I'm not doing that because I want you to do a good work. I'm doing that because I love and I care about you. I care about you. So that's kind of as a shepherd, as the caring part of it. And then you have the protection. So we need to protect our employee. We need to protect our employee individually against all wrongs that can happen, against the bad customers, against suppliers, vendors, everything that we relate to. We have to protect our employees against anything wrong that's happening. And that's where the caring part can come in. Because if our employee is involved or engaged or find himself oppressed by certain things that are results of his own decision making or misunderstanding, etc., we should be protecting him, assisting him, so that we can get him out of that, him or her out of this. So you should be protecting them. By law, you already are accountable to give them everything that is provided by the law. But I'm talking about more here. We're talking about the individual. And guiding is, we have to make sure that professionally we guide them, because it's not as if we recruited them and we gave them their contract, and this is what you have to do, and you let them on the leash and you have to do it, and then you load up on them when they fail. No, we have to take care of them and to teach them, to show them, to guide them how, in my organization, in my view, I want you to do the job. Let me explain something. Let's say I'm an accounting firm, so I am a CEO. And remember, I spoke about excellence, where we should gain qualification, certification, knowledge, understanding, mastering that particular segment. So now, of course, I will recruit a lot of accountants. So I recruit an accountant, they're certified, qualified as well. But however, taking them and putting them in a place, in an office, in my company, they would be able to do a certain amount of job because they are qualified, they understand. But they will be unable to function fully unless I explain and I guide them. This is the board. You're one of the sellers. This is how I want you to perform in accordance to everything that is around you and to the direction that I want to go, the speed I want to go, the how do you say that? The latency, no, not latency, but the speed I want to go, the cadence I want to go, So I have to guide him into that. Once I guide him into that, then I can better give him the direction to where we are. But I have to do that with all of my employees. That's the role of guiding. So, because probably he is very good at what he does, but without direction, without guidance, he might do more harm than good. So that's the part of the guidance. And we have to take care and guide all of our employees. So we have to guide them in life as well. Like I said, we care about our employees. And a CEO has the responsibility of the, remember, it's a calling from God. And God has an interest in every human being. Remember what John 3:16 says. He has given his life so that everyone who believes might be saved. The interest of God is that everyone be saved. So if that particular person who is in front of you, God wants him to be saved. God wants him to know that he has a Father in heaven. But for the time being, he's not aware of that. For the time being, he has been placed in your stewardship so that you can now take care of him for what he has been hired for. But you have to look beyond and get more involved in his life. Many people will say, no, but business is business, work is work. We can't afford to go into the personal lives of everyone. If I do that, it's going to take time and etc. etc. I get involved into a mess, and so God got involved in your mess. There is this famous phrase that they say, God turned your mess into a message. So we got to be involved. That's what Christ is, and that's why he placed you that, and that's what I'm trying to make you understand since the beginning of this podcast. But it is a calling to serve the people that God wants to save. We might not be like the pastor, the evangelist, and everyone is doing, but we have another entry, another exposure, another way to get to them, to give them what the world is not getting: love, compassion, understanding, protection, caring, real care, without expecting something in return, lifting them up, being there, being a shoulder to cry, no matter what. We can be CEO, but I can come down to you. I don't like this thing like coming down from one level to another, because for me, we are on the same level. The title is just a title that defines what my role is in the company. In no way it makes me higher or better human being than somebody else. No, that's not the mindset of God, actually. And we need to get that mindset. So now we look at the stewardship. We just look at the shepherding side of it. So now we steward. Stewards mean you have been given something that does not belong to you, and you must take care of it, so that when the one who has given it to you comes back, he has to find it in a very good state, multiplied if possible. So that's two levels of stewardship right here that we can look into. So the business that have been given to you by God, you have to be a steward of that. It means that you have to make that business become successful. Right, very good. But the people that God has given you, you are steward for them. It means you have to manage these people, because they belong to God. Oh, you will tell me, no, we are not believers, or we're not Christian. But my dear brothers and sisters, we have all been created in the image of God. God has formed us all in the womb of our mothers. That's what it says. It's not when you become Christian that this verse applies, The creation is made like that. You are a thought of God brought to fruition. You are a creation that happened in his mind before it comes. You are an approval of a life coming to. So everyone is born of God. That's the base of our kingdom image leadership model. Everyone is in the image of God, in the image of God, and we have to start there. So we have to manage these people because they have been given to us, and that's why I spoke about caring in the first place. So the job is not yours. The title that you have, and that's what is important to understand about stewardship. The CEO position that I have is not mine, it's God's. He has entrusted me with that position in that particular job to run something for him. So I cannot say I am the CEO. No. God is a CEO. He has placed you to represent that role and run that for him. So you are accountable to him because he is the real CEO. So that's the mindset I want to share and to make people understand, because that changes the focus and it will remove pride, whatever you call it, or arrogance, ego, all of that from you, understanding that it's not yours. Even the salary, the money that you get, it's not yours, it's God's. You have, because God has put you in that place. He knows what salary, what benefits, everything that comes with that. It's a stewardship. So you have to manage and ensure that you glorify God into that. That particular business now, even that it has been placed in your hands to glorify God, to bring glory to God in that. And that is why when we will be dealing about day-to-day operation, marketing, sales, after sales service, marketing and forth, the way we go around with this business has to honor God in everything we do, because it has been given to us to glorify God, even though it's not a Christian business, but we are believers of Christ, and we should be Christ-like, fully professional. So I'm looking into my notes because there's so much things to say about that, but there are some important points that I want to keep. So now we're servant now. When we say that we are a servant is very easy to understand. We are to serve the people. We are to serve our staff. Remember when Jesus was among the Last Supper, what did he do? He took time and he washed the feet of his disciples. And then Peter said, it's not you. We should be doing that, because in Jewish culture, when somebody comes to your house, of course, there was no shoes and socks like we do have today, what protects us, keep our feet clean. They would be walking in dirt and so many things. So when they arrive at the house, the servant would come with water and would clean their feet, make them clean. Remember, in Jewish tradition is clean and unclean is very important, right? You have to be clean and unclean. So the servant, the lowly, what we call lowly class servant, has the job to come and clean their feet and make it. It's about wiping the dirt, taking water, wiping it becoming muddy, and etc. Make it clean. Jesus stooped low to do that for the apostles, and he said, "You must do the same." So now, it's not just about washing the feet, right? It was a humility lesson. Don't take yourself for too high and think that there are some jobs that you can't go down to do. That's the lesson. So as a CEO, you should be able to clean your office. Take the room and clean. If you come and you see the guy that is cleaning, he need help, you should be able to come and clean. The problem is that I come in my Gucci, in my tie, in my, I don't know what, I know to the brands of the watch or Breitling watch. I come, I am all, oh my God, I'm branded, I'm trending, and I'm the boss, and I'm CEO. I walk into the office, I look down on everyone. Oh, this is a low class job. Oh, there was a letter. The letter has to be taken from the front office and brought to the accountant. I can't do that because I have messenger for that. That attitude does not honor God. As a Christian, so you walk in early. We are supposed to walk in early to set the example. You walk in early, you see the letter, you take it, and you deliver what it was. You come in and you see that there is some place that has not been cleaned properly. You should be able to go and clean it. If you have seen it, you clean it without having the need to go and reprimand that person, because he's going to come later on. So that's the attitude, that's the humility. So you should be serving them. If you're walking through and your employees are stuck with some work, you should go and do and help them to the work, and not say, I'm paying you to do the job and you're not able to do the job, and then you sack them and replace them. No, you are to serve them. If the mindset of the Christian CEO, understand this well, the mindset of the Christian CEO, if your employees are failing, you are the failure. Hear me well. If your employees are failing into the job, you are the cause of it, because your job is to ensure that they are guided, that they are equipped, that they are taken care of, and they are shown their trust. You have to ensure that they become successful. Now, the secular guy is against that. If they're failing, we have to sack them and get rid of it. It means they are not worth it. No. Jesus will never give up anyone. So we can't give up anyone. Sacking someone is the last resort. So when we say we take care of and we're shepherding and we are stewards of them, it means if I see that they lack some skills, what is my job? I have to make sure that they get the training necessary so that they meet the standard required for them to perform at the optimum. So that's why caring, talking to people, getting close to them, mingling with them, is important in the eyes of God and in the eyes of the Christians here. Listen, guys, Jesus left the whole world, the heaven. He left where he was king and all powerful, came down in the world, lived as a human being in all our dirt, our sins, and everything. He loved us when he was there. So we should be doing the same. So the humility is, we speak a lot. I've heard a lot of people speak about servant leadership, servanthood, whatever. But in the practice, there's nothing. It's just talk. We talk about servanthood, but the servant is still having people serve us. We are serving the Lord. Serve your employees, serve your customers, serve everyone who's around. Show that you are serving them by doing things for them, but no others will do. Now that is a challenge. That is a challenge because what the world teaches us is that the higher you go, the more people have to serve you, respect you, look up to you, etc., etc. You get more privileges, you get more favoritism because I'm that guy, I'm the CEO, I'm the president, I'm whatever. God tells us not to do any favoritism. Don't treat the rich better than you treat the poor. You know this passage, right? If you know the Bible, you know what reference I'm making to. So, but we have to translate light in our life of the CEO, as a CEO. So don't think about the president, don't let the title or the accolades get into your head, into your mind, and suddenly you start believing that you're higher than everyone. God tells us the greatest is the smallest. The smallest is the greatest in the eyes of God. And that is very deep and profound lesson of humility. So we have to copy on Jesus' leadership model, which I just explained. That's Jesus' leadership model. And these three roles, like shepherd, steward, and servant, it's one aspect and one character that makes the Christian CEO. And in the everyday running of his office, he will display and he will make use of all these three roles, characters, attributes that defines this Christian CEO. That's what the manual, the book talks about, and how we should navigate our. So there's many times but now you have to know when you're the shepherd. I think you are always the shepherd. So let's take it like I'm the CEO. No, you're the shepherd of this flock. Like for me in this Net2Be group, I'm the shepherd of Net2Be group. I have to make sure that I'm taking care of everything that will make them happy in a way. It includes the salary, the working condition, the personal life, the social life, the professional life, everything I take care of. I should know when they're suffering. I should know when they are having issues. I should know when they are sad. And my job is to bring joy, is to bring happiness, is to bring comfort, is to bring is to remove trouble. The word that God gives us, let not your heart be troubled. So I have to be at peace. When they see me, then they know they walk into the office. Oh, my CEO is here. It's peace. I can go to him. He will understand me. He's there for me in any case, any situation. They're not fearing us, but they are respecting us because of who we are. So, but in many times, even when we are being shepherd, steward, or a humble servant, we would have to take tough decisions. Not everyone will react positively or accept that kind of mentoring that you'll be bringing, right? We have some wicked person. We have to look at the facts. We have some bad people on earth. Their hearts are at the wrong place. Whatever they want to achieve is wrong. So they are after money. They have no respect for colleagues. They are here to steal and to destroy. They have their personal agendas. They don't want to. The colleagues are just competition. They want to achieve at all costs. You have these people because the world is going down. But when we need to take decision, we need then to take decision. We have to be tough because God's the God of justice. God does not tolerate sin, and sin will not go unpunished. So I do a bit of preaching here. Many people say that our salvation is free. No, it had a cost. The cost was the life of Christ. He has to pay for the sin. The sin was not free. Somebody paid for it. Someone paid for it. You can't say that it is free for you, but someone paid for it. It had a cost. So we have to keep that in mind, and we need to be taken care of in a way. You know, there's an expression where we say throw under the bus. So if a situation arises in the company, whatever reason, you cannot just go and throw your employee under the bus, even though probably they made a mistake or an error. You should take it on you. That's what Christ would do. You should take it on you because you are in a better position of authority where your interaction, your involvement of it can completely change the outcome. So that's for today about shepherd, steward, and servant. I'm just checking I not missed everything I wanted to cover. So yeah, all of that, I'm talking about living all of these in a secular context. We're talking about the market. We're still in marketplace ministry. Everything I'm sharing is how you would be leading your company in the world. So the eyes are upon you. The eyes of the people are upon you. And there is a verse that always touched me. I keep it in my heart. He says, you have to be irreproachable the people of the world, not among Christians outside. You have to be irreproachable. So we have to be very good in what we do as a professional, and we have to be very good in how we deal with human beings, because what I say is human capital. Don't call it human resources or capital. It's a human being. It's someone who has been created by God in the image of God. They might not know God for now. They might reject God. That's okay. But we know best, and we'll still treat them as God would want us to treat them. So that's it for today. I remind you that we were talking about as a CEO being a shepherd, the CEO being a steward, the CEO being a servant, and how in our day-to-day operation we come around and we live that out. I pray that this can help you. I pray that your minds are being renewed. I pray that this brings some clarity and understanding to you. If you don't agree, that is well. I love you as well. I pray for you. I wish that the words that God has placed and asked me to share will bring the fruition of what it's supposed to do. Everything is for the glory of God, not to put me in a position or whatever. He's just using me. Everything that I'm sharing is something that I've learned. He taught me. I'm applying in my business. It's not always easy because it's difficult. You have the reaction of people. You have people who don't believe you should go that way, but that's the way of God. Who call you naive, call you, oh, you're too naive, you're lowly, whatever. God prevails. We are here not to please men, but to please God. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. See you next week for another episode of Season 1.